welcome to the island of Corsica for the Rallye de France, round 13 of the World Rally Championship. The WRC has moved the short distance from Spain to Corsica for the second tarmac rally in as many weekends. But the Corsican tarmac is a very different challenge to the smooth flowing roads of Spain. This is tight and twisty, rough and abrasive.
It's very twisty, sometimes it's fast and twisty, so you need to be really concentrated not to make a mistake.
You need to be so focused that you don't miss anything.
So many corners. Usually in other rallies you go to Germany, another tarmac rally, and there's maybe I guess there's third as many corners in the same kilometre as is here, so you get to have a rest in Germany here that they're just non-stop.
It is actually faster than what it looks, so you have to trust the pace notes very, very much, you know, and if you're going to have a good time, yeah.
Sebastian Loeb comes into this event as the overwhelming favourite, having dominated the event for the past 2 years. He also arrives full of confidence on the back of a dominant victory in Spain, where he reduced Marcus Gronholm's lead in the Drivers' Championship to 6 points, and he'll seek to reduce it further here.
Difficult to be confident when you start a rally like here because it's a tricky rally, a lot of new stages. So I don't know. I hope we can do it for sure. It was a good result in Catalonia. Danny was really fast, so I hope we can do it again.
Gronholm admits that this is not his favourite rally, but he can't afford to give away too many points to Loeb.
Just have to be faster, and that's it, and to just do all the things correct, the tire choices and things like that, then we maybe have a chance. I'm not sure. He is quick on tarmac and we are just a little bit behind, but I am not giving up and I am trying.
Danny Sordo in the second Citroën could once again prove to be the thorn in the Big Finn's side, as he loves these asphalt events. He should also be confident, having comfortably beaten Gronholm in Spain. Another looking for a good result is Francois Duval. His record here is not great. The Belgian's failed to finish on 5 of his 6 outings, but he is keen to change that statistic.
If I stay 100% concentrated, it's necessary, it's possible, sorry, I finish in the podium.
And there's a new manufacturer here in Corsica. Suzuki are making their WRC debut with the SX4. Will it be equal to this Corsican test? Before we get going, this is how the championship stands. Gronholm on 96 points, Loeb on 90. Mikko Hirvonen is third on 74. Danny Sordo, who was second in Spain, has 39 points. The Citroën 1-2 from Loeb and Sordo in the last round saw them reduce Ford's lead in the Manufacturers' Championship, but their advantage is still a commanding 39 points. The island of Corsica is 900 kilometres to the south of Paris in the Mediterranean Sea. The event is based in the city of Ajaccio, with the stages situated in the hills inland from here. There's 16 stages in all. That's 359 kilometres of testing tarmac. Sebastian Loeb going through the formalities of the ceremonial start last night. He'll be the big draw for the fans at his home rally. And an early face-off for Loeb and his big rival Gronholm on the start ramp. These will not be the only fireworks this weekend. This is Marcus Gronholm at the start of stage 1, but leaving the line at non-race speed. The team have just radioed through to inform him and co-driver Timo Rautiainen that the first stage has been cancelled due to spectator congestion on the stage. As always, the safety of the spectators and crews is of the highest priority. Peter Solberg in the Subaru, another driver, just going through the motions of completing the stage at road speed. But stage 2 is going ahead as planned, so after one full start we can get going again with championship leader Marcus Gronholm, the first into the 17-kilometre Belvedere test. Third place place in Spain was a real setback for his title hopes. The Finn will hope he can win this weekend, of course, but if he is bettered by Loeb again, he can't afford to finish behind Sordo too. Bright, sunny skies today, so an easier tyre choice than the drivers faced last week. It's a more abrasive surface here, though, so conserving the rubber will be all important.
Vasemmalle kivi sisällä ja oikea eri pyöree. Jatkuu oikea eri -ahdas.
Loeb reaffirms his mantle of the master of tarmac in Spain, and with just 3 rounds remaining this season after the Rally de France, he is counting on his sealed surface dominance to make a final push for his 4th consecutive title. It's not the start Loeb was hoping for, though. He's 3.1 seconds behind Marcus after the first completed stage. Joining Mikko Hirvonen now. For most of the season, the Finns played second fiddle to the leading pair. He was only able to manage 4th place in Spain, with tarmac expert Danny Sordo also getting the better of him. He can't quite match the speed of his teammate and Loeb again here, but he's only 0.8 of a second behind the world champion. Who knows what part this man has to play this weekend. On the tarmac roads of his homeland, Danny Sordo even threatened his all-conquering teammate and crucially finished ahead of Marcus Gronholm. A very different layout to the roads here compared to Spain, though. Far more control needed on these stages and much less margin for error. It shouldn't matter to Danny, though. He's already a proven force on all types of asphalt. But how will he compare to Gronholm? Well, he's going to be slower too. Yes, 2.8 seconds down, but he does beat his teammate by 0.3. Behind the top 4, Francois Duval is 5th, just over 8 seconds off the lead. Chris Atkinson, Jari-Matti Latvala and Petter Solberg complete the top 8. But out front, it's Marcus Gronholm. Rejoin us in Corsica for more Rally de France highlights after the break. Welcome back to Corsica, venue for the Rally de France. It's the longest stage of the day next at just over 27 kilometers. The Arbor-Lara test will be very tough on tyres and brakes. And back with the early leader, Marcus Gronholm. It's been the perfect start to an event he's not expected to win, but can he keep those Citroens behind? A typically bumpy stretch of tarmac here. This is what makes the Tour de Corse such a demanding event. Note all the dents and cracks in the surface. This puts a strain on the tyres. One of the biggest tests for the drivers will be to preserve their rubber. Sebastian Loeb is a 2-time winner at his home event and knows these sinuous roads better than anyone. Terrific shots here from the camera mounted in the wheel arch that gives a great view of how hard the tyres are working. With Mikko Hirvonen now, and you can bet he'll be getting fed up with falling just short of the podium places on these tarmac events. He's generally only a second or 2 behind the front runner's pace on most stages and just needs to find a slight improvement. But he's offline there and clips the wall. He was right on the edge, and that's exactly what can go wrong on these stages. Taking another look at it, and Mikko was only the slightest bit offline here, but that was enough to send him careering into the wall on the right there. And that impact has ripped a wheel off. It could be game over for Hirvonen already. So that's one of the big players in trouble. Here's Danny Sordo now pushing his Citroen C4 hard through the early kilometers of stage 3.
Derecha 5, poco tarde, Tin. 1, Marcus lo llevamos. 5, poco tarde, Tin. Para izquierda 8 corta, fondo 10 fuera. Izquierda 5 rápida. 20.
The Spaniard, of course, isn't the only man who could have a big impact on the final outcome of this rally. François Duval at top speed through the village of Cardiaca here. The residents getting a close-up view of the most spectacular motorsport in the world. Duval looking to top his 5th place finish in Spain last weekend. Rejoining Duval's former teammate Loeb now. Up on 2 wheels, he's having to give it everything to match the championship leader's speed here. Gronholm has already cleared the stage and set another impressive time. Once again, note Seb's impressive commitment is still not quite enough. He's another second slower than the Finn in stage 3. Well, this was not the way most expected this event to pan out. Gronholm has the better of Loeb at the moment, but can Sordo fare any better than his teammate? The Spaniard's nearing the end of this stage, and with virtual spectator now we can check on his progress so far through the early split times. At the marker just shy of 5 kilometers in, Danny was a second up on Gronholm's time, and then moving down to the 13.7 kilometer split time, it's looking even better for Citroen's number 2. Now 1.7 seconds ahead. If he's kept up that kind of pace, he could take the lead here. That's the time Danny needs to beat to move ahead. Here comes the red finish boards, and he can't do it. He must have lost a few seconds in the latter part of that stage compared to Marcus. He finished a tenth slower and is now just 2.9 behind overall. The fight continues up at the front then, but Hirvonen could be a spectator for the rest of the weekend. Ford's number 2's clearly going nowhere. That impact has ripped off a wheel, and there's also some fire damage.
I think the note was just a little bit too fast, and just went too fast in the corner and hit the wall outside and ripped the whole wheel. So luckily the whole car didn't burn. We managed to put the fire down, and that's it. But you know, looks really bad. So we'll see if we can fix it or not.
Hirvonen's retirement will promote a few people on the leaderboard. Duval moves up to 4th, and further back, Petter Solberg is now the first of 3 Subarus in the top 8. With the 4th fastest time through here, he moves from 8th to 5th. Chris Atkinson is running in 6th at the moment. He had a disappointing rally in Spain, only managing 8th place. But the man currently back in the final point-scoring place in Corsica is Subaru's Spanish recruit, Chevy Pons.
Tenca 2 menys, a esquerra 2 menys carro, per dret atrás més carrusser.
Chevy is 15.5 seconds behind this man, Jari-Matti Lavala, who again finds himself amongst the Subarus at the back end of the top 8 as he seeks to continue his developments on tarmac. But at the front, Gronholm still leads the gap to Sordo 2.9 seconds. Loeb is another 1.2 seconds back, and confirmation there that Duval is now 4th. The crews are now on their way back to service on the harbour front in Ajaccio.
Marcus, a fantastic start to this morning. What do you put it down to?
No, it was good. I mean, dry weather, nice, car is good, easy to drive, so it was nice.
Loeb's notoriously faster on the second time through. Is that something that you're concerned about, or do you think you can keep him behind?
No, I don't know, but they will really push, but I try also.
Marcus is pushing very hard, but I am happy with the car. Everything is okay. It's very, very hard for the tires, but I am happy with the time and with the result.
Sebastian, was it a cautious start on those new stages this morning?
No, not really. No, it was a good start, but Marcus' start is better. So we cannot do... I was happy with my driving, so no problem.
Is there more in Sebastian Loeb? Can you take him this afternoon?
Not so much. We will see. We'll try.
Are you confident with the car at the moment?
Yeah, it's okay. The feeling was good. That's the problem. Everything was okay.
inside the fight for the top three. France's Nicolas Bernardi's 12th in the Suzuki SX4 on its WRC debut. What have the team learnt in those 44 kilometres?
Mr. Tajima-san, how has this morning gone, your first full two competitive stages?
Yeah, I'm fantastic because Bernardi has a very, very good job because this is a debut that we are very careful start. And he is unbelievable, very good job. So we are very, very nice. And now I have a lot of feedback from him. I'm happy.
What kind of feedback have you had?
Top secret. No. Because suspension and the engine and a lot of small things. But this is very, very important for us.
At the moment, we don't check every time of the other drivers because we want to do a lot of kilometers with the car. It's most important for us, and probably Sunday we can fight with some drivers. But at the moment, the most important and the discussion with my boss is to finish the rally, to check everything on the car.
It's back to the Monte Russo stage that the organisers were forced to cancel this morning next. It's been a terrific start to the day for Gronholm, but can he maintain the same pace and do the unthinkable and keep load behind?
8. Vaipasen eri helppo sisältä. 8. Jamasen eri. 8. Oikealla.
The Frenchman begins the afternoon stages 4.1 seconds behind Gronholm. These are all new routes being used today, and although Marcus seemed to attack them harder this morning, historically, Seb is the quickest around on the second run through new tests. Danny Sordo, though, is also supremely skilled on this surface, and he has another 18 kilometers ahead now to do his best to catch Gronholm.
10, izquierda 7 a fondo, 20, izquierda 6, 20 situar, derecha 5, poco lenta.
Peter Solberg, meanwhile, is moving in the right direction. He beats Duval again on stage 4 to move to just 0.2 of a second behind the Belgian.
6 left.
Jari-Matti Latvala's confidence on tarmac is also clearly improving with every passing stage. He moves ahead of Chris Atkinson to claim 6th after setting the 4th fastest time on this stage. Back to the world champion now, though, and it's looking good for Loeb this afternoon. For the first time today, he beats Gronholm by a margin of 1.1 seconds.
Sebastian 1.1 quicker than Marcus on the first run through here.
Yeah, I tried as hard as possible. Cannot do better, so no, it was okay. I had a good drive.
But was that time good enough to get past his teammate? Sordo began this stage with a slender advantage of just 1.2 seconds, and he has his work cut out here to stay ahead. No, it's not good enough. He's now 3.3 seconds behind his teammate and falls down to 3rd.
I don't have confidence with the tires. The car is understand a lot, but okay.
So Loeb is now the #1 contender for Marcus Gronholm's lead, but Gronholm has been dogged in defending his advantage so far. He'll take a lead of 3 seconds into the final 2 stages of day 1. And those stages are coming up after the break. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to the Rallye de France, where Marcus Grönholm leads Sebastian Loeb by 3 seconds. Before we rejoin the battle at the front, though, let's see what's happening further down the order. Suzuki's debut in the WRC with the brand new SX4 had seen Frenchman Nicolas Bernardi make a promising start. He gained a couple of places this morning to move from 14th to 12th on stage 3, but an engine problem forced him to retire after stage 4. They may be back under Super Rally rules tomorrow. Czech driver Jan Kopecky is back behind the wheel of a privately entered Skoda Fabia and is in 9th. Alessandro Bettiger, making his debut in a WRC car, had been in 10th until he went off the road. This was a disappointing end to the day for the winner of last year's Fiesta Sporting Trophy International. Bettiger's demise saw Henning Solberg move into 10th in what is his first attempt at this rally. And Henning is in a battle with his compatriot Andreas Mikkelsen, who's competing in a Ram Sport Run Ford Focus. He's just 3.7 seconds behind his countryman. The OMV Kronos team faced a huge task building a new car in time for this event after Manfred Stoll wrote off his last Citroën Zara in Spain a few days ago. They managed the impossible though, and Manfred is running in 12th. 5 seconds behind him at the moment is Stobart Ford's Matthew Wilson. Let's return to the top of the leaderboard to see what happened on the final stages. And here is Sebastian Loeb nearing the end of stage 5. He's just 3 seconds behind rally leader Marcus Grönholm. And if he beats that time of 9 minutes 12.2 seconds, he'll take over the top spot. This is going to be close. He's done it! The perfect response from the world champion. He moves into the lead by the smallest possible margin. It's all very tight at the top though, and moving on to the final stage of the day. Let's not forget that Danny Sordo is still within 10 seconds of the leading pair. With Grönholm and Loeb taking ever-increasing risks though, the young Spaniard begins to slip back slightly on stage 6. While behind the podium places, Francois Duval is attacking hard to respond to the challenge being mounted by Subaru's Petter Solberg for his 4th place. He's already pulled away by a few seconds on stage 5 and is looking quick again on the day's final test. And the pace again proves too hot to handle for the Norwegian. It's been a promising day though for Petter. He's still just 5.3 seconds behind Duval by the end of the leg, and will be relishing the chance to be fighting for a top 4 place on an event where he claimed his first and to date only tarmac win 4 years ago.
18.
Back to the pair fighting for this year's rally win though, and championship glory of course. Marcus Grönholm has shown terrific speed today, but this is a high-risk strategy. He's giving himself the chance to fight for victory, but he's also increasing the possibility of making a mistake on a rally where second place wouldn't necessarily be a bad result. He's fastest through stage 6 so far. But this man doesn't do second place on asphalt. The last time Loeb failed to win a pure tarmac event was in Spain back in 2004. That's an unbeaten run of 8 rallies on his favourite surface. He's having to push harder than he normally does to hold on to the lead, but it's still effective. He's 4.7 seconds faster than Grönholm on stage 6, and now 4.8 ahead overall. Behind the leading runners, confirmation that Jari-Matti Latvala ends the day in 6th, ahead of the Subaru duo of Chris Atkinson and Chevy Ponce. But the headline act on day 1 in Corsica has been Grönholm and Loeb.
Sebastian, you've had to work very hard today.
Yeah, so, yeah, Marcus is really fast. Yeah, this morning he was leading. Now we could beat him in the second loop, but the gap is very small, so we will see.
In the last service you told me you were pushing to the max then. Now how much more can you push?
I don't think I can push more. In the afternoon I was really trying hard in the morning also, but I was a bit less confident with my setting. Now it was, the feeling with the car was a bit better, so it was good.
Are you confident you can win this rally?
I think I can win it. Yeah, to be confident is no, we cannot say confident with 4 seconds is nothing. So, but we'll try to do it.
Marcus, a satisfactory day today. Do you think you can win this rally?
Still, it's possible. Yeah. Okay, we are 4 seconds behind, but everything is possible.
You've had some great times. Are they better than you expected?
Yeah, I don't know if they are better, but I think this is what we can do, and now it has been a good day.
You can find reaction to all today's events at WRC.com, and we'll see you for day 2 of the Rallye de France tomorrow.